All right, guys, welcome back to Locals episode. Where's the number? Oh, you got the number. Oh, you're muted, bro. You're muted.
Oh, we're cooked.
Oh, okay. All right. Welcome back to Locals. We're at table 4 now, round 4, episode 4. So yeah, Matt got ahead of me, and they got the round 4 here. So yeah, we're almost to 10. I think the goal is to get to 10, and then we'll take a season break for the rest of the year.
Okay,
Sounds like
all right.
Plan, all right. So how you been, man?
I was like pretty sick last week.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, so Matt wore a mask on Sunday, so I was kind of concerned that this was going to be recorded because we record on Mondays and we post. I think we should get a schedule on posting correctly.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe Wednesdays or something like
I
that.
think Wednesdays, yeah.
But yeah, we'll probably do that. So yeah, what happened last week? Sealed battle events happened last week with One Piece.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
I
went to two?
I went to two of them, yeah. And both of them, it was 32 slots on the app. It was like 64 people signed up, you know, go down the wait list if you're trying to get in.
Yeah.
I went to one on Friday,
Yeah.
7 people.
Nice.
I was like, all right.
So this list is just fake?
Yeah.
Or are they just not showing up?
Yeah, people are just not showing up.
Oh, interesting. So yeah, I think one of the things that we talked about the last time was registration. And if you sign up, if you have to pre-sign up and they don't show up, like it's a waste of a slot. Because now if I see 64 people, I'm not getting in. So why would I show up to be on wait list? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not like, it kind of discouraged me to go to locals. If like I see it so full, like I'm not gonna go. Something like that. I think maybe they should do like in person, just sign up and get it, and not do like a wait list. But,
Yeah.
How about the other one you went to?
The other one I went to was the one at our store, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, 13 people.
And how many people were signed up?
64.
So same thing, same situation. Yeah. So I think you came off the idea that off the first one on Friday, like, oh, second one on Saturday, probably the same thing happened. Where,
Yeah.
like, they're not going to show up.
So I was telling everyone, just be like, hey,
Just
you know,
wait here.
everyone who came to locals, because we
Yeah.
have One Piece at like 12:30 on Saturdays.
Yes.
And I was like, everyone just stick around until 5, because that's when we had sealed battle.
Yeah.
Just if you guys stick around, pay $20, you get your deck. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It's 95% sure you'll get in.
Yeah.
And the decks were right now. I look at the market. They're about $25 for each of them. Besides the Dofi ones, about 30, 35 each. So if you enter $20, you get a sealed starter deck. What else do you
Yeah.
get?
It's really it. You get
That's it.
yeah.
No booster pack on top or anything like that.
Well, the deck comes with the booster pack
that's right.
inside.
Yeah.
But you get a little promo, but the promo's not real.
Okay. Got
And
it.
if you win, you get like a little cardboard box.
Is that real?
No.
No.
I like my cardboard box. I
Yeah.
won one on Friday.
Oh, you won on Friday?
Yeah, I won on
Oh,
Friday.
So then, yeah, I mean, the deck itself is like 25, so you pay $20, you're up $5, and also you can find it. Like, some people can't find packs right now.
Yeah.
And if you high roll, you can get Dofi's like this guy.
Yeah.
Tell them what happened, Matt.
We go to a tournament, 7 people, right? And we're the last 2 to like pick
Also,
a
if you
deck.
guys didn't know this event, we randomly hand out one of the 6 colors
Yeah.
of One Piece. So go ahead.
Yeah, so we were the last 2 to randomly get our decks.
Yeah.
And 3 people pull purple
Yeah.
Luffy.
Yeah.
And so we were like, hey, that's a lot of purple Luffys that
Yeah.
you're like giving out. Maybe you should just take that one out of the pool.
Yeah.
And the teal was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so me and Steven Steven pulls blue.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, Steven pulled Dofi. That's really good.
Yeah.
And then I pulled Dofi.
That's good.
And we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. And then we went first and second.
It's just cooked. So it's back to jungle days where you just go to locals and cook everyone.
Yeah. I mean, Dofi in this format is just really unbalanced.
So even the sealed battle event, if you get blue, you're kind of like you're heavily favored.
I think it's an auto win.
Auto win.
I think it's an auto win. It's really bad.
What's the worst out of the 6 colors?
They're all pretty bad.
Really?
I think they're all pretty bad except for Dofi.
Okay, so you just win auto win. You get
Yeah.
blue. Okay. Yeah. So that was this weekend, the sealed battle events, and then I don't think anything else happened this week for any other card game. Oh, Digimon came out with their sneak peek or their pre-release for Friday. That was pretty good. We had a Magic Halloween event. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
We had 12 players.
12 players.
We
That's
had to
pretty
cap
cool.
it.
We capped it?
Oh yeah. Did you not
I was
stay around?
I was here, but I was not paying attention.
Oh, you're practicing for Oscar Regionals. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, we capped it because in Magic the Gathering event, you get 4 packs of Duskmourn, 1 pack of a collector's booster pack, and 1 pack of a mystery booster pack that the distributors gave us for free. And the 1 pack of the collectors, the box only gives you 12 packs, so you can only run 12 entries unless you want to get collector packs from your own inventory, which that's a lot of money.
Yeah, they're expensive.
They're expensive. Yeah, it's like $15 each. So we did not do that. And then I said, hey, just for the fact that we're trying to build a community, Reese, if we get 13, 14, just run it. Just go grab something from the shelf. Okay. But then luckily we didn't have 12. But yeah, that's one of the bigger events that we had, and I think everyone had a good time. Reese hit me back up saying, "We need more special events," and I was like, "Yeah, I hope we get more events because I think also for the Murders of Malkov event we had like 8 for that, and then LSD Peak Draft Sealed events we had eight players for that. So yeah, I think Magic did really well. So we just gotta keep them coming and keep building the community because I think the multiple formats is kind of hurting the game. So we got to build each community together. But yeah, that was Magic. And then what else do we had? Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals. Did you hear anything about that?
I did not.
Okay, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals was at Anaheim Convention Center. Back in the day, you used to have Anaheim Convention Center as one of the regional circuits in California. So it used to be always LA, always Anaheim. And they got rid of Anaheim and they made Pasadena. And yeah, so that's Anaheim. I think it's more expensive because it's like Orange County, like Disneyland, and parking's kind of crazy. So it's been kind of out of the circuit series for about 8 years, and I think they're bringing it back because YCS Anaheim's coming up, so maybe they just want to, practice before the big boys come up. So we're like, oh, Anaheim, really cool place, Disneyland. Hopefully get a lot of people, and it was 280 players for regionals. So Johnny came back telling me like that room used to be full. The center used to be full. It was 2/3 empty.
2/3 empty.
Yeah, so like imagine just like a bunch of empty tables and chairs, dude. It was kind of depressing from back in the day when being a full room and 1,000-player cap and stuff like that to 280. It's I don't know, man. Yu-Gi-Oh's not looking good. Even our local scene, like what have you been seeing? Like how the players have been downtrending or like it's been kind of stable still?
I think it's been quite stable here actually. Yeah. I always see the same faces every day. They come. But didn't the Vegas regional have like
39
players?
Yeah, dude. Okay, to be fair, it was on Sunday, and I think it was just I don't know. I don't know what to say. 39 is like locals.
Did they cut the top 32 or?
I don't know. Top 8 maybe probably. I think for our remote regionals we get 78 and 100. So it's kind of sad when our remote regionals beats a real life regionals and in Vegas. So a lot of people from Cali like to go to Vegas because it's Vegas. You got to gamble after and make an event of it. But it's a Sunday, so I guess you couldn't. But still, like people still show up for Vegas. But yeah,
I guess they did not show up.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy, dude. I don't know what to tell you, but not looking good for Yu-Gi-Oh. So hopefully they do something about it by next year. Because if these numbers keep showing up, I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh's gonna like cut the amount of events they're gonna do per year. Because I'm pretty sure they allocate a certain budget for organized play, right? If they're not getting the return and they don't see the people coming in, like I'm just cut the budget, right? So if you guys don't show up, like next year, don't be surprised. We'd have not many events every month. But yeah, that's enough for last week. Oh, one more thing, them Dodgers. Yeah, they're 2-0 right now. And if you guys didn't know, that Friday was the most crazy Friday in LA history. We had the Dodger game, we had Laker game, we had 2 high school football games in like a coliseum. We had 3 concerts, and we had I think one more event. But that was kind of crazy. And you drove down to
we
LA.
also had a one-piece.
Event. Some bad event. I added to the traffic.
I went straight to downtown LA for that. That was it wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
it was bumper to bumper.
Yeah.
Until it wasn't, and that was good.
How about coming back?
Clear streets.
Clear streets, yeah. So I came, I went to Orange County, and you see the traffic on the other end, because I'm going on the south end, and LA's going north.
Oh, yeah.
It was bad, dude. Like, oh, man. And, but go Dodgers. They're 2-0. I think they're playing today. Yeah, they're playing. Today's Monday, and playing in New York. So good luck, Dodgers.
Dodgers.
This is the past Dennis talking and past Matt talking.
Yeah. I think they got it, though.
I think they got it. They did the 4-0 sweep.
Easy 4-0
sweep. 4-0 sweep. All right, let's take it home. I think they might lose one just so they play back at home and win it at home.
Oh, for fun? They'll lose it for fun?
Yeah. And then we'll start seeing cars getting flipped over. That's one thing I don't understand is that, like, why when we win something, like, our city gets destroyed. Like, when Lakers won, cars got lit on fire and, like, stores got broken into. Like, I don't get it. Like, you're just so happy.
Yeah, everyone's just really excited.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Okay, looking to next week. This coming Friday, Saturday, this weekend, we have One Piece regionals, and you're not sure you're going yet?
I'm still not sure.
Yeah, so he's my ride, so if not, I have to go with Alan. But hopefully you go. It'll be a good time. Most likely, Dofi with the new meta is going to do really well. I think a lot of decks are still playable, like Anel, like Yellow's still playable, and Lucci's still playable, and
Bonnie.
Yeah, so like, Dofi just adds another flavor to your build now because it is one.
I think it's like the biggest flavor.
Yeah. So you have to build your deck around that
Yeah.
deck. So if you build it correctly, I think your decks are still playable. Any other events happening this week?
We have Vanguard Case Tourney.
Oh, Vanguard Case Tournament is coming
New Vanguard set just came out on Friday.
Yeah, new Vanguard set came out, and that was legal. We had what was it? Yumanashi.
Yume Kesho
Cup. Yeah, the mat looks nice. Vanguard's killing it with the mats, dude. They look like superb. They're putting anime characters on them and they're the female anime characters, so people want them, and they're putting the female card characters on them, so it looks really nice. So
Vanguard's on the up.
They're doing really well.
They're doing really well.
They're doing really well. So good job, Vanguard. Just fix that four undefeated thing. You're gold after that. That's it for case tournament. Nothing else, right?
Nope. I think that's
it. Yeah. So let's go on the topic now that we covered. Last week and this week's coming up events, and we'll go straight to the topic. Today, I told Matt to make the topic, so this is gonna be new to me. So go ahead, Matt.
This week's topic, I want to talk about like the wide variety of competitive players.
The wide variety of what do you mean by that?
Because on the high upper end, right, you have your Nikki Goldman going to other countries to play in their national events.
Okay.
And then you have people that come to locals we have every like day of the week.
Okay.
And maybe you have someone that's going to locals like even twice a week. Mm-hmm. And I want to see like what line it is to be competitive in like how much practice and how much time you're spending.
Okay, so you're saying competitive as in like I'm not trying I don't have time to go to all these events, or I don't have the resources to go to all the events, but I still want to play competitively versus the filthy casuals.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can be a filthy casual, go every week, but not try to win. Versus this, you're kind of to levels of like competitiveness.
Yeah.
So what's the question?
Oh, I want to see if we can categorize like these levels of competitiveness. Mm-hmm. Like, would you say that someone maybe they're trying just as hard, right? Maybe they're like heart's into it. Mm-hmm. But would you say someone that's going to like locals once a week, trying really hard to win, is the same level as competitiveness as Nikki Goldman, or someone even going to like even 2 regionals a year or something?
Okay. So are we accounting for what we don't see? Because we don't see them practicing at home.
Yeah.
Are you putting that account?
I also putting that into account.
Okay. So I honestly think if you're a competitive player, it's like it's how you are built as a person, right? Like, I'm gonna tell a little story here. I played tennis back in high school. I played for all 4 years. So did you?
Yeah.
Little lore here. So did your brother. Little lore. But I played for all 4 years of college, in high school. And my coach said, I don't care if you win or lose. What I do care is you compete. I want you to compete and like try your best and do well. And you're not out there to have fun. You don't want to shake the guy's hand like we had a good game, and you want to like this guy for winning. I want you to be mad when you lose, but I want you to compete, right? So that was kind of instilled to me since I was like 14, 13. High school's 14, right? 14 years old. Yeah. So I've always been like a competitive person in that mindset of like I want to win. I'm not here to waste my time. If I'm going to play a game, I'm going to go play to win. So, but I don't have the time like Nikki, where he's in his 20s, traveling to every country, every event. I have very limited time. I'm married. I don't have kids yet, but I have this as a job, and I have other things to do. I have like family I got to take care of. So I don't have as much time as Nikki would be, but I do consider myself like pretty competitive, and I do want to win. I am like watching videos to learn how to win, and like watching like meta analysis like that. So in terms of like mindset, I think all 3 categories would be the same. But I think in terms of like maybe obviously Nikki's better than me because he gets more practice, right? Yeah. Talk about practice. I think mindset is one thing, and then practice is another thing. So my practice is not there, but my mindset is there. My heart is in it, where I want to get better. I want to be better, and I want to I want to win. So I'm not trying to go to an event and just go 0-3 drop, because that's my time and money that I'm wasting. For someone that goes to locals maybe 4 times a week, for that person, they don't have the funds to go to every event like Nikki Goldman, where he's sponsored. But you can kind of tell when you play them, like, hey, they're actually making a lot of good plays. And you can ask them too, like, well, aren't you traveling to a regional? It's like, oh, I don't have a ride, or I don't have friends to travel with. So, yeah. And then obviously there's Nick Goldman, where he does every event. Yeah. So, yeah, what's your thoughts?
I should have a follow-up for that, actually. Mm-hmm. Leaping off of that, you mentioned, like, people that get, like, angry, like, when they're competing and all that. Mm-hmm. Do you think those people are overly competitive?
the sore losers.
Yeah.
I don't think sore loser is being overly competitive. I think it's just bad attitude. Like you were just taught incorrectly. Like I think something happened. Happened. I'm gonna go really deep. Something happened in your life and hurt you, where like that comes out. Like I've been taught like sportsmanship, right? Even though I say this guy, like he beat me, this motherfucker cheated. I'm cursing a lot. It's a lot of beat, a lot of Yoshi, a lot of coins coming out here. But in the end of the day, I'm gonna keep this to myself, and I'm gonna still shake the guy's hand at the end of the match. Because in tennis, we shake each other's hands after the match, no matter how scumbag the guy is. You might give one of like, give me shake your hand. You might give one of these. Not a real handshake. Like if you get one of these, and walk away. Yeah, like that's a half handshake. You guys can't see on podcast versus a full handshake. A full handshake is like, oh, good game. A half handshake is like, you're a douchebag. But I'm gonna shake hands because I have to. So I was taught like, in the end of the day, win or lose, sportsmanship is on top of everything because it builds character, right? So, because when you get mad at something, you're getting mad at what your opponent or the TO or
the world.
Yeah. So like, nothing. You getting mad doesn't change anything. Like I'm not gonna put 5 minutes back on the clock for you. I'm not gonna, So it's kind of set already. So I don't think it's over competitive. I just think they were raised wrong.
They're missing something.
Yeah, exactly. What's your thoughts? Do you agree or disagree?
I do agree with you that I think that the heart is the most important thing. The wanting to get better, wanting to win. But part of me also kind of feels like there are people that go to like regionals and they're like just their main focus is I want to do well at a regional, right? I think they're kind of on a different mindset than someone that's grinding out locals.
Okay, why is mindset different?
Because I think that when you're playing in a locals landscape, your matchups tend to be a little bit different. The variety of decks tend to be a lot wider. And playing towards a regional, I think it has to be a little bit more focused on like certain matchups. Okay, the real technical side of things.
So you're talking about like deck building and stuff.
Yeah, deck building stuff. Even decision making.
Yeah, that for sure is different. Yeah, I do agree. You building for a locals versus you building your deck for regionals is different. Like we built it back in OP4 format. Everyone in their goddamn mom was playing Law here. It was kind of crazy. Like if you play anything besides Law, like that couldn't beat Law, like you just auto lose. Versus like going to and that's because Nikki Goldman and everyone's like, oh, Nikki's winning everything. I'm playing this deck, but it's obviously the pilot. But you go to like a regional, not everyone's playing Law. Everyone's playing Whitebeard and stuff. So. In deck building wise, yes, it is different. But in terms of like the player itself, the person piloting the deck, I think the person piloting the deck that goes to every regionals versus a person that plays, locals every week, mindset's kind of the same. I think you still want to win. You're still like not casually just going to go to an event and hang out. They're going there to compete. So that's my main point. But I do agree with you with the deck building. Yeah. How about your question about overly competitive? What do you think? Do you think they're overly competitive, or do you think they're just raised wrong?
Part of me does feel like it is an over competitiveness.
Okay.
I feel like if I take a really bad loss, I get upset. It's a natural thing.
But you don't get upset at like
I'm not like
world.
Mad. Yeah, I'm not like handshaking like a maniac or like.
Yeah.
But I do think that people that like mad at like a small misplay. One time at a locals, I was playing against a Reiju player, and that deck's about like managing your Dawn effectively, having less than your opponent. And it was the mirror, so I was also playing Reiju.
Oh, that's a horrible mirror.
Yeah, it's a horrible mirror.
Yeah.
But my opponent made like a small Dawn misplay, right? He was just supposed to minus one more before or something.
Yeah.
But he got up like in the middle of the game and he took all his stuff and he just left.
Left the building?
Yeah. He left the store. I think he got pricing, but
he just left the store.
Yeah.
Was he there to get winnings, or what?
I think he just really upset that he made that misplay.
Okay.
And I think that comes from like a level of over competitiveness where he's just so upset with himself that he doesn't know how to
control himself.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're so mad where you're going to like do some type of violence, I think putting yourself out of that situation is the best thing you can do. But to even think about violence is a problem already.
Violence is kind of a big jump.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, there's been crazy people out here, man. Like, people getting punched in the face for playing Mystic Mind. So, like, I don't know, man. But why would you be so upset where you would leave? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So, that guy needs to check himself.
Yeah.
Like maybe there's some internal thing there happening. Because like the pricing for locals and the pricing for regionals is two different levels, right? Like, well, it's like $20 store credit. I'm joking. I don't think it's joking. It's like, like $50 worth of pricing versus like regionals where you made a misplay, like it's $5K top 8. And for One Piece is like the cereal is like $3K by itself already. So the for that you should be upset. But for locals, like I just lost like $10. Who cares for entry? So I think as long as you can learn from it and see where the misplay is at, I think that's the best thing you can do.
Have you seen a lot of violence in
for
your
Yu-Gi-Oh?
time?
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Like actual, like you've seen it?
I've heard stories.
Oh.
I've heard. I don't want to tell a story. Okay, I'm not throwing names, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is 2018 nationals. US WCQ because they changed it. NA WCQ. Back in that year, it was top 2 in points gets to go to Worlds automatically. You don't have to win the nationals. So right now, the top 4 gets to go to Worlds. So back then, there was point systems where if you go to regionals and you top 8, you get like 8 points or 10 points or 30 points, so depending on how many invites are. So it's a mathematical system. So the last event of the year before you go to Worlds is NAWCQ nationals. So you had to do well to get points, and then you auto into World. You don't have to win. You don't have to be top 4 in the top cut. So there's 3 players that were neck and neck to each other. One of the players just needed the other 2 players not to top at all, and he auto goes in. The other player had to top 8, I think, and he auto ends. And the other player had to top 64, and he auto wins. Right, so it doesn't matter if the top 8 player B makes top 8. It makes top 64, he auto wins.
Okay.
Right, so he was on the bubble, and something happened in his personal life where it affected his game. And people knew about it because of Facebook. Zodiac is a really toxic place to be in. And they kept bringing it up during the match.
Oh,
yeah,
that's nasty.
So like while he's playing, making a move, he's like, they bring up this nasty comment about it. And obviously it tilts him. And then he ends up losing. He picked up his deck, threw it against the wall, and then punched the wall. And he walked out.
That's hardcore.
But he went to Worlds though, and because the player B didn't get into top 8.
Okay.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, he still got in, but like knowing that he could have for sure got in already with winning that match, and this guy was like, the opponent was like, the whole day actually was people were just whisper behind his back when he walks by, So it was like it was not good. It was So I've heard that story. There's all stories like people get punched in the face, people got stabbed. I think that's not stabbed. Someone said, I'm gonna bring out a knife on you if you don't shut up. Yeah, locals, and that guy's banned.
Locals.
Yeah, there's actually the nearby one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. And he's like perma banned from that store. The other one, he's also perma banned from the other store. But yeah, I was like, maybe just Yu-Gi-Oh. Maybe these are all just Yu-Gi-Oh scenarios.
I've never heard these in my life.
Yeah. Maybe it's Yu-Gi-Oh bring the work. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh is a toxic game, right? You get Ash Blossom or you get 4 hand trap. They can't play. It's a little different from like Vanguard where you guys all get to play a game, but maybe it's just a Yu-Gi-Oh thing where like it's like really, really toxic. So yeah, you haven't heard anything from like any? Cause I know you've been in Vanguard for a while now.
Yeah,
there's no like stories
nothing crazy like that.
Only stealing, like people getting stuff stolen.
Yeah, but I think that's everywhere. It's unavoidable.
Yeah, it's unavoidable. Back in like the big 3 days, if you guys know what big 3 is, it's Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. Now we have One Piece and other card games, Flesh and Blood and stuff like that. Back in the big 3 days. The way I thought about it was that Magic were the adults, like 30-year-olds. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh were the teenagers, and Pokemon players were like the children, like elementary school players. Yeah, that makes sense. Everyone's teenagers are the worst. They're going through puberty. It is what it is. So if you played a game during your teenagers and that's like you kept that personality, throughout the whole scene of Yu-Gi-Oh, like games, like it's just be toxic now. Like it is what it is. So. Yeah. Any other follow-ups?
I don't got any follow-ups.
No, what your topic about the overly
brains just kind of locked into that moment there.
Those are the days, man. Those are the days. People like also this is actually a side topic. In Vanguard, do you guys money match?
Money match? You mean just like play for money?
Yeah. Is that a thing?
I feel like it's a part of every game. It's like you just casually playing with friends. You're like $5, and we're like Yeah, $5. Let's go.
Oh, have you done that before? Money match?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
just like for friends and stuff. Not in like a more competitive setting.
So you're doing it on a casual level, right?
Yeah.
So there will be people at Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals sitting outside money matching for like $40, $50. And that's all they do the whole day.
Outside the regional?
Yeah, because you can't money match inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they get a table outside, like just literally, like the door's right here. There's like literally here. money match.
That's crazy.
And they're like, I don't know if you see like movies in New York where like you have the guy like with the cards, like, oh, find the card, or like with the cups,
Yeah,
buy your ball. It's kind of like that, like a little chess guy, like, oh, money match for chess, like it's kind of like that, where like people are just like a row of people. I don't say a row, but maybe like 4 or 5 people money matching for $50, and I've done it once or twice just because I like the quick competitiveness of it. Like, oh, I'm gonna get a game off this guy. Like, I'm not gonna mess up because like there is more at stake, right? It's $40.
Yeah.
So it's really good practice. But I've never sat there and done that all day. So I've only entered like 1 or 2 times for fun. But that's kind of the game Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, where you have these people money matching outside the venue. And are they competitive or like overly competitive? I don't think they're overly competitive. I think because if they lose, then they have to give money up, right?
Yeah.
And they can't get mad because there's no rematch, or next guy comes up, he can't be mad. You gotta be on a level playing field, level headspace. Sorry. But yeah, I think those guys are like at the top of their game, and they want to win money because Yu-Gi-Oh's pricing is kind of trash. So that's what they do all day. Yeah. So there's that standpoint of money match, and then there's also something called Iron Man. Have you heard of that before?
Iron Man?
Yeah.
I think I've heard like the physical athlete kind of, we're doing an Iron Man challenge kind of thing.
Yeah. So Iron Man was a team event where you get like your best 5 players, and I get my best 5 players, and we play each other. So let's say I play you and I beat you. Your next guy comes up, I stay there. So I have to beat your whole team, and let's say the next person beats me, and then my next guy comes up.
Okay.
So it's called Iron Man. So it's those are like, you play for like $1,000 a team.
Oh, that's crazy.
Because that'd be like $200 per person, or something, or $5 a team.
Yeah.
So and that's where a lot of like the smack talking comes from. Like, oh, your store's better than my store, or that's not stores, but like, I guess your affiliated store, right? You have your local, like, oh, I go to Project. But I don't really represent Project, but I go to Project, so like, oh, that store's trash. Like, all the players there suck. So like, you're talking trash about me? So like, Iron Man. So like, that shuts everyone up. So yeah, so those are the days. That's from Yu-Gi-Oh! Too. Like, so I've never heard that for any other card game besides Yu-Gi-Oh! That is Iron Man's, Money Match, team battles. These are all very toxic behavior in a card game. We're supposed to be fun, but I love it. I love to see it. I love the drama. I love like, oh shit, the guys from Project One. Oh shit, yeah. But I love the drama. So yeah, it was those are the good days. Now I think the game is so combo reliant, and like, oh, break my board, where like skill doesn't really matter. Back then, like, it really mattered. Like, and you can talk to each other too during Iron Man. So you can like, oh, what I want to do here. So yeah, I think back then it was really competitive in a standpoint of it can be competitive, versus now like, oh, you open better than me, you just win. So yeah, I think it was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's steal that idea.
You want Iron Mans? Want to do Iron Mans?
Let's do Iron Man's for Vanguard.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing about Iron Man that sucked is because it took a long time. Because it's not a 3v3 where we all sit down and time starts. If I go with my 5th person, your 5th person, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like 10 rounds. That's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of rounds.
And it's 2 out of 3. So it's 40-minute rounds. So yeah. But it's fun. I never personally participated in one, but I've watched them before because they were on stream. It's when you have a team that you want to win, it's kind of, let's go. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds like a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
I'll set one up.
Yeah, set one up. Set one up with the boys.
I'm gonna set one up with the boys.
For how much?
I don't know.
I think for dinner would be nice.
Oh, for dinner.
And you have to pick like something that's expensive, like photo chow or all you can eat something, or
chubby cattle.
Oh yeah, chubby cattle.
5v5.
I think maybe do a 3v3.
Yeah, 3v3 sounds like
3v3 Iron Man for chubby cattle. Chubby cattle, you guys don't know, it's like A5 Wagyu all you can eat place. It's about $80 base price. It goes up to $120, I think, per person, and it's quite nice. Have you been before yet?
I haven't gone yet.
Okay, it's quite nice until you get to your 3rd round, and Wagyu gets really fat and oily really quick. I felt gross for like a week. I can't eat any more Wagyu. There's so much oil in my mouth. So yeah, but it's really nice. It's really good if you've never had it before. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you should do it. It'll be fun.
Actually, I'm afraid of going because one time I went to Japan like a few years ago.
Yeah.
And we went to like, we got Wagyu in Japan. It's
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah.
And that destroyed my stomach so bad.
Like, destroy in what way?
Like, it was coming out both ends.
Oh, no way! So maybe it was just bad.
I don't think it was bad because everyone else was fine.
Oh, just you.
It's just me.
Did it taste good, though?
Yeah, it tasted
All right,
great.
worth.
Tasted great the first time, tasted great the second time.
Tastes great coming out of their mouth. Yeah, so I think Wagyu is, you just can't go wrong, but I think too much of it is just, like, not good for your stomach. It's too much fat, man. It's too much oil.
I thought I could take it.
But your brothers were fine, so,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's just you. Yeah, maybe, are you going to go to A5 Wagyu again in Japan? And,
Oh, yeah, we are.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah, we are.
Let me know how it goes. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this today's episode. Talked about competitive play and its level.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what'd you get out of it? I think it's all about mindset. One of my good friends said, if you're going to do something, why not be good at it? If you're going to be good at it, why not be great? So, go be great, guys.
Is your friend Kobe or like?
Alpha mentality, bro. Yeah, so go be great, guys, and that'll be it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let us know what you guys think about competitive play. If you're casual, it's cool. Just don't talk to me. Later, guys.